Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Meisy Intan with study ID number 2005110621 from 3A class, post listening and speaking with the supporting lecturer Dr. Andes Mashur, Master of Education. I made this video to do reading practice by reading text chapter 1, Why Improve Your English Fluency, from a book titled How to Improve English Speaking. This video to fulfill my post-listening and speaking coursework to analyze and improve my pronunciation. Okay, I will start to reading the text. Being understood clearly. Basically, when you speak well, people will be able to understand you better and clearly. When you speak very fast, then people will not understand a single word that you say. Also, if you speak well, people will have a better understanding of the message that you want to impose. For example, if you mumble, people will have the impression that you might not want to be there. It may also appear to them that you do not want to talk to them, so you're just mumbling instead of making them hear what you're really saying. But when you speak clearly, people will listen to you and they will surely understand the things that you are talking about. Being a pleasure to listen to. Isn't it good to know that people enjoy listening to the things that you are talking about? Keep in mind that effective communication also depends on whether the audience is listening to you or not. People will not listen to you if they do not enjoy the experience of listening to you. If you sound nervous, then people will most likely think that you're not prepared in delivering your speech. People will think that you're not a good speaking, thus taking you as boring. As a result, they will lose interest to what you are saying and you will not be able to communicate well with them. Being more confident. If you know in yourself that you are a good speaker, then you will most likely develop that confidence whenever you have to speak in front of other people. If you develop a good speaking skill, then you will develop confidence as well. Speaking will guarantee you that you will not fail because you are prepared to do so, and you know what you are doing. This in turn will make you more confident to speak up and engage more people to listen to you. It will be easy to communicate when you travel and meet new people. One of the most interesting benefits of improving your English fluency is that you can travel around the world freely without worrying about communication issues. You have the chance to meet new people, but when learning in a group and when traveling, people usually get more open and friendly when you speak their language. Besides, when you have a foreign language or even multiple foreign language, your options for traveling destinations become great. It's easier to visit a country and to enjoy your stay there if you know the language. The local people will appreciate that you can speak their mother tongue and it will open up new opportunities for you to learn more about other people's lives and cultures. And as you know, the world is full of interesting and extraordinary cultures that are so different from each other and sometimes so close to each other at the same time. Knowing foreign language lets you discover more and see the world from a different perspective from a first angel. Believe me, not everyone has the chance to see all of this, to enjoy and understand the lives of others or know about their history, philosophy, and their way of living and loving. People who have the chance to travel the world have a greater appreciation for the finer things life has to offer. Your brain energy is boosted because a language is a whole new complex system that includes grammar, vocabulary, as well as different rules and structures. Your brain has to retrain itself to them. It has to absorb and assimilate all of it. As a result, your brain starts working more intensively and your cognitive thinking, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills begin to evolve. When speaking English, one always has to choose appropriate wording and phrases to express themselves in a meaningful way. Different languages have different nuances, idiomatic expression, and meanings. Hence, the speaker has to choose words and structures from the variety that they may know and negotiate the meaning before using a word in a sentence or a phrase. This involves massive problem-solving processes and needs practice and more practice. Your memory is enhanced. The more you use your brain, the better it will serve you. Improving your fluency doesn't just involve being able to use different structures, rules, words, and sentences. It also involves remembering how to use all the aforementioned things. That's why people who master multiple languages usually recall names, directions, and places better than people who master only their native tongue. One more thing to note regarding multilingual peoples that different studies show that people who know more than one language have very sharp minds, i.e., they can notice things better than monolinguals. Your mother language improves. We hardly ever think before we utter a word or a phrase in our mother tongue. We use the grammatical structures in the vocabulary that we have built up over years, and we do so automatically. However, when learning a foreign language, we start comparing it with the one we already know. As a result, we start paying more attention to the grammar, vocabulary, punctuation, and structure of our native language. This experience provides us with the opportunity to improve our mother tongue as well. As a result, we become better communicators, listeners, and editors. The skills surely help us in our everyday life. You become good at other subjects too. Learning a new language helps improve your performance in other subjects too. Different studies suggest that multilingual people get high scores on various standardized tests, as well as listening and comprehension exercises compared to monolingual people. You get better career opportunities. Employers like employees who can communicate properly. For you, this means you will have a greater number of career opportunities. The majority of employers think that fluent employees add value to the workplace and that their skills are vital for an organization or a company. Being able to confide at authority. When you speak with a stronger voice, which implies authority, people will in turn take you seriously, thinking that you have an authority over them. Moreover, when you're the leader in your school or in your work, your people will then believe that you have authority over them because you speak authoritatively. The second appearance, being understood clearly. Basically, when you speak well, people will be able to understand you better and clearly. When you speak very fast, then people will not understand a single word you're saying. Also, if you speak well, people will have a better understanding of the message you are trying to convey. Being a pleasure to listen to. Keep in mind that effective communication also depends on whether your audience listening to you or not. People won't listen to you if they don't enjoy your listening experience. If you sound nervous, then your people will most likely think that you are not ready to deliver your speech. Being more confident. If you know within yourself that you are a good conversationalist, you are more likely to develop that confidence every time you have to speak in front of other people. If you develop good speaking skills, then you will develop confidence as well. Speaking well assures you that you will not fail because you are prepared to do it and you know what you are doing. One of the most attractive benefits of improving your English fluency is that you can travel around the world freely without worrying about communication problems. You have the opportunity to meet new people, but while studying in a group or while traveling, The world is full of interesting and extraordinary cultures that are very different from each other and sometimes very close to each other at the same time. Your brain energy is boosted because language is a new complex system that includes grammar, vocabulary, and various rules and structures. Your brain has to train itself to think. When speaking English, one always has to choose the right words and phrases to express oneself in a meaningful way. Your memory is enhanced. The more you use your brain, the better it will serve you. Improving your fluency doesn't just involve being able to use different structures, rules, words, and sentences. One more thing to note about multilingual people is that different studies show that people who know more than one language have very sharp minds. Your mother language improves. We use grammatical structures in the vocabulary we have built over years, and we do it automatically. However, when we learn a foreign language, we begin to compare it with what we already know. As a result, we begin to pay more attention to the grammar, vocabulary, punctuation, and structure of our mother tongue. Different studies show that multilingual people score higher on various standardized tests, as well as listening and comprehension exercise compared to monolinguals. The majority of employers think that fluent employees add value to the workplace and their skills are very important to the organization or company. Being able to convey authority. When you speak in a more steady voice, which implies authority, people will in turn take you seriously, thinking that you have authority over them. Being able to entertain people. Always remember that entertaining your audience one of your goals. When speaking, it makes you think about your listeners and how you can keep them interested in what you have to say. Good speaking helps in giving your speech variety in terms of subject matter, volume, speed, pitch, and others. Being able to build rapport. Always remember that it's important that you know your audience and that you build a good relationships with them. Good speaking skills will in turn engage your audience to listen to you. Okay, I think that's all for me. I'm sorry for my mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.